Hi gang, welcome back to the channel. Today we are building the tiny Vespa for me to display next to my big Vespa. This is the 9 Plus set. It is set 40517. It's just the Vespa. The big Vespa is the Vespa 125, but this one just says Vespa on it. And it has 118 pieces. So not a very big set. I've done one of these before with my London bus. I think the little version of it is really cute. So we're going to build this one and see how cute this one is next to the big Vespa. Of course, the big Vespa is baby blue. The little one is red. So they won't match like the London bus does, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm done with the little guy. He's so cute. There's only 2 bags in this set and like 47 steps in the instruction booklet, so it didn't take that long. He's very cute, and with it being small pieces, it actually does pretty good with, like, you know, the dimensions and the circles, the curves. That's the word I was looking for. But it does pretty good with the curves and everything, even though it just has a small number of pieces. So let's take a look at it, look at the pros and cons of it. There was a sticker sheet with this, but it was only like 3 stickers. So let's take a quick little look at this guy. Alright, so here is the little guy. Of course, he is bright red with a black seat. He only has 1 seat. The Vespa has 2. But let's take a look at him and then compare him to the big Vespa. So he's rather small. Obviously, not small enough to go into a Lego city, of course, though. Those ones are very tiny. But he is quite cute. Starting, once again, from the front to the back, like I did with the big Vespa. We do not have turning action, so there is no turning of this wheel or of these handlebars up here. It is all one solid piece. We do have this nice smooth curve effect to the front of the wheel. We have one of our stickers right there that just says Vespa. Like how we have this smooth curve shape right here. That works really great with this. We have the headlight and handlebars. These handlebars are not like stuck in place though. So you could like turn them weird ways. I don't particularly care for that though. I wish they were kind of a little bit more stuck in place. But they do move, just so you know. The back of this one I do consider quite, well, exposing. You can really tell this one's made out of Lego if you look at the back of this with all the open stud work. I feel like this is a lot more underside stud work than the big Vespa, but we'll get into that in a minute. We have smooth here. There are barely any studs of it showing on this one as well. We have all smooth. We do have this nice curvature here to the seat, the single seat. The rest of the back is nice and curved. We also have this curved piece here is another sticker. That sticker represents the engine inside, but there is nothing underneath there. It's just plate. So no hidden details of an engine anywhere. Same on this side. No hidden details anywhere. We do have the red light on the back, and then the last sticker, which is the license plate, and once again it says Vespa there. Nothing exciting on the underside either. We do have this though, that I'm not quite for sure what this is for, because this is not on the big Vespa. What is there on the big Vespa is what would make the bicycle stand up. This one doesn't have anything to make it stand up. It just has really big tires, but it is very wobbly. even with its big tires. I mean, those are some wide tires. But even with wide tires like that, you have the possibility of it rolling, which it does roll a lot better, but it's very easy to knock over. So I don't like that aspect. I wish there was something underneath there that would make it stand up a little bit more sturdy of some kind, but there is not. So yeah, I mean, you could lay it down sideways like that, but it looks like someone just very badly parked their Vespa. And now we are going to compare the two. Obviously, first off, size-wise, very tiny. This is about the size of the tire for the Vespa. So it is very small. Number one thing, big Vespa comes with accessories such as the basket rack with the basket and flowers on it. And it also comes with the helmet. That is 3 things that the small Vespa does not have with it. So we will put these to the side. Another thing that the big Vespa has, the little Vespa does not, is the spare tire. So put that also to the side. Another thing that the big Vespa has that the little one doesn't is the back seat. Put that to the side. It also doesn't have the kickstand, but if I take the kickstand off of this big Vespa, it's going to fall over a whole bunch more than this one does. So we will leave that on. But now that it's down to the basics of just what we have to compare it with, let's take a look. First off, big Vespa does have turning ability. Little Vespa does not. Big Vespa's handlebars are stuck like this. So if they're in that angle formation the whole time, you cannot manipulate them forward or backward. They are like that. The little one, you can move them around and it would get messed up. So I prefer the big one with it being stuck as so that they would stay in that nice formation. The little one has a lot more of this backward stud look than the big one does. So that I took off the tire, you could see a little bit more, but with the tire on, really all you could see was this gray piece here and on the other side and some of this one. The rest of it is all smoothed out because it is bricks and plate on its side, so it's not as much underside stud work, whereas this one has literal underside stud work all the way down. So this one's a little bit more smoothed out on the inside part. This one has running boards on either side. So it put the plate with the little ledge piece on either side, 3 stripes of it. This one does not have that at all. This one also has the little handle here for the kickstart, I believe it is. This one does not. It does have 2 gray bars here, but that's on either side holding a piece of the bike on. I don't know if you can see them that well. Right there. They both have the nice curvature going up to the top of the seat. This one has a blue seat, this one has a black seat, but of course they're different colored Vespas, so that is okay. This one is using a slope piece though for the seat, as you can see there. So it is not a flat seat. I feel like it would be proportioning you forward, but who knows, maybe some Vespas are like that. I don't know, I don't have a Vespa, but if you look at the big Vespa, it is a flat seat all the way. This one has the detail of the engine on the side. Right there. While it also has a sticker of the engine on the dome piece that is covering part of the engine. This one has a sticker for the engine, but no actual engine, which I mean they can't because they have to have the spot for the tire to connect, so that is understandable. Of course, we are not downgrading one over the other, we're just taking a look at the differences between the two. And I can't get this back on. There we go. Take a look at the back. We do have the license plate and red piece, just as this one does, license plate and red piece. On this side, I forgot to mention, this one has a sticker to indicate that there is a luggage compartment in this one. This one does not have a sticker to indicate that, it's just blank. And then of course, my main thing that I have a little bit of problem with is this one has a nice little kickstand. It stands up. It doesn't easily fall over. This one does not have a kickstand. This one, I barely touched it. Literally, I barely touched this one and he falls. Now he doesn't want to stand up. Also, because both of his wheels are down, he wants to roll away. Bye-bye. Oh, and then he fell down. So anyway, this one doesn't, that's another problem. I just remembered that. This one rolls great. Does a great action. It's smooth. It makes noise too. You might be able to hear it. This one does not. Kick up the kickstand. You see it kind of jumping a little bit there. I don't know what it is, but it jumps instead of rolls. Let me do it this way, maybe you can see it. Which if you look on my review of this a while back, you will see. But see there? It's jumping. Why does it do that? It rolls backwards perfectly fine. It's the forward motion. I think it's the angle. And also the fact that this entire thing is held on by one really long Technic rod. That and it's being in an angle, it makes it like jump and like it has give. Like here, maybe you can see. You set it down like this. I can stand forward. You barely push on it and you can see the give there. I feel like when you're pushing it forward, it does that give and then it starts jumping. So, not great for drivability. Also, the Technic pin has to be sure that it's pushed together all the time. There we go. So, love the fact of this one has the kickstand, so it'll stand up. But this one rolls a lot better than the big one. That's a review over building the little Vespa and comparing it to the big one. These two are going to display together, but they are going to be a very bright contrast. This bright red against this light baby blue. It could be very bright. I feel like maybe they could have done this in a different color. Maybe not baby blue because then it would blend in being displayed next to it, but a lighter color. This bright red is just really bright next to this baby blue. If you're wanting a Vespa and you can't afford the big 125 Vespa set, this one is an option for you, but I will say that this one is obviously better. I mean, it's bigger, so it's going to have more stuff. It has the extra seat, the basket, the tire. It's all great. But this one is a little annoying, the fact that it falls over all the time. But if you like want to have a little small build, if you are into small sets, this one is great. Just the fact that you will constantly find yourself fixing the handlebars and then trying to not let it fall over. Because every time it falls over, it messes up the handlebars. So let's go put this on the shelf. I'm going to, currently, the display will probably change. But right now, it's going to go on the shelf next to the London bus and the tiny London bus. So let's go put it over there. And there it is, up on display. Now, this display is actually above my bed. And I don't really want this falling off on my head, and if I try leaving it staying like that, I just know any sudden movement is going to fall right on my head. So I'm going to lean it back against the other Vespa a little bit. So there's that very bright contrast. And then there is the London bus with the baby London bus. The baby London bus is a lot smaller than the Vespa, small Vespa, but I do honestly consider it a slightly better build. Just the look of it, the sticker detail, the now's the time to visit, and then the other side, which is the brick separator movie trailer. I thought that was funny. And yeah, these two are the only ones that I have the big version and the small version of. Don't mind the old set and the car in the middle. But the Vespa and the London bus look pretty good up there, except for I kind of feel bad for the big Vespa Everything else up there is red, which is really funny because red's not my favorite color. Blue is. Blue and purple. And now it just looks like I really like red. I hope you liked that review of the tiny Lego Vespa, and now it is on display with the big Vespa and the London bus and the tiny London bus. So it looks pretty good up here. This is how the display will remain for a little while until I decide to change it. So I hope you all enjoyed. Go build Lego, let God. Bye everybody. See you next time.